Welcome to Drum Addicts on Anson's TV. This is Sascha, and these are Masterworks.
Yay.
So we'll move on to the next just lovely stack of drums, really, isn't it? So
yeah.
This is black limber. So this is a new wood to Pearl. Obviously, there are other competitors on the market, and they've done great veneers for many, many years. But actually, Pearl have stepped up their game this year and brought out various different woods. So got zebra wood, the eucalyptus, and now this one, which is black limber. So it's got a really strong grain. We'll show you some zooms in later, but it's a cracking looking kit, isn't it?
I like it.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So this kit, let's talk you through this one. This one is the Studio. Obviously, that's where you'd put it.
Definitely.
Slightly taller depth toms on this kit, and you've got die-cast hoops, and it's got the new 60-degree bearing edge. That's something else that Pearl have brought out this year when they brought these recipes out. So it's just a different option. So it gives you a different, slightly different sound, isn't it? So
this one definitely has a different sound, yeah. And
the really cool thing about this, which I'm just going to grab for you here, is this is basically when hasn't got Sascha's tuning fingers on it.
Sorry. Oh yeah. Hang on. It's better now, isn't it?
So we'll zoom in on that. So this is another one of the new woods. So we've described it in the other kit, but this is gumwood. And this has a really cool grain, and it shows off Pearl's next introduction, which is not just having beautiful veneers on the outside, but having them on the inside. So you can literally spec the internal veneer. So if you were to use clear heads, which obviously if you had a studio kit would make this sing even more. I mean, clear Emperors on this, it would just sound huge.
Yeah.
So, but you'd see your finish. So when you'd spec your kit and you'd set it up with 3 up, 2 down, or whatever monster rig you'd get, you could see that pretty veneer. So it's just the next level up. It's just Pearl, as always, stepping their game up. So and pushing forward and designing great drums. So the Masterworks range you can completely custom spec. So obviously this has die-cast hoops and the CL lugs, and that's what this recipe is. But you can personalise it to your own imagination.
Yeah, and that's great. I mean, this one sounds so open. You can, as you said, you can tune it to sound huge. You can like do anything with it. It's amazing. It really is nice. And
this one was the one we actually had to restrict the most in this big room, wasn't it? This had 2 moon gel on the floor toms, which you'll hear are huge.
Yeah, they were just too much for that room.
Yeah, so we're in a big room. So, but this is the one that really sings. Obviously, Pearl call it the Studio setup, but you could use it anywhere.
It does. Like the name totally makes sense to that, setup of drum.
And also, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, as they all do, isn't it?
This one is a stunning kit.
You're not going to let that one go now, are you? Yeah, keep it mine.
Someone's got to buy it, sadly. Someone. Hopefully it'll go to a good home.
Oh, will.
So let's talk about apart from this was a 2 up, 2 down, and you're used to playing 2 down, aren't you? You usually just have 1 up, 2 down. So was this easier did it feel like it was easier to play because it was similar to your normal setup, or did this one feel good?
I like the sizes a lot. I mean, like when I play live, I play like a 16 and an 18, but this is a 14 and a 16, right?
So I should have turned that bass drum upside down.
That one over there.
You could have had a floor tom.
No, but I have to say, like, because we said earlier, like, the sound is so huge of this kit, like with this wood. It didn't feel like it was a smaller tom. Even like, when you hit it, it's like, this massive sound coming out of it.
Yeah, that 16 sounds huge.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds like me 18, seriously. I mean, I'm not kidding. I don't have to say this. I say this on my own account. Promise. No, it's just amazing. And like the way you can set it up is perfect. I mean, it's so easy to play on those kits. It's really
and also,
nice.
having these are, obviously you can custom spec any size, but these particular ones are a bit deeper, so that does give it a bit more body, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
When you're laying into it, you get a bit more presence out of it.
And I like it. I mean, like, the trend is like, for them not to be too long.
Yeah, the short stack, obviously, I know.
Yeah, but
a few years ago, that was the in thing to
I
have.
know.
So
But when I came in today and I saw that one, I went like, wow, I really want to try it because it's new again. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was old, it was gone, and now it's back, and it's great actually. It was there for a reason. It's good that it's back.
and once again, same Opti mount. So your Pearl TH Tom arms will fit all of these. So
Yeah.
they all come with equally as good quality. So the craftsmen that make all the Masterworks, I mean, there's only a few select artisan team that work in the factory that make Masterworks. That's why it takes so long. So they only let their pro. I mean,
Yeah.
you've been to the factory, so
Yes,
you've
I
seen
have,
literally.
yeah.
It's only a few guys that make the Masterworks. isn't
Yeah,
it?
but it's like, you know, that stuff is so high class, like high end, like, you know, all the hardware. It's just amazing. I mean, you just take the Optimount off and like hold it in your hand, and you know what I'm talking about or what we are talking about. It's just, you know, you can feel like that it's worth some. You know, it's great. It's just
And
good
also,
stuff.
the Optimount is the same color as the rest of the hardware on the shell. To me, that's a big thing. A lot of people,
Yeah.
a lot of other brands, you can buy, I don't know, gold coloured lugs, and then they just put a silver mount on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This matches and looks great, and
Yes.
you can even go as far as sort of having the different coloured gaskets, which we've done on that one. But
Yeah, the red
you,
ones.
you
right?
can personalise everything
Yeah.
to your taste.
It's great.
You want to buy a
really.
kit, don't you?
Yeah.
We'll sort you out a good deal.
Oh,
It's
cool.
fine.
Thank you.
We just won't charge you today, right?
Okay.
So this kit,
Management. No.
quickly write an invoice.
Yeah.
This kit, would you, if you could have another kit, if the wife would let you, would you keep that as your like go-to working kit for the studio? It's called the Studio.
Yeah.
Pearl called it the Studio. They probably had many of their pro artists play it in the studio. Would you?
I would, definitely, yeah. Because as we said, like, it sounds really big, and, you know, that's how we tuned it actually today. But you can, like, you know, when it has a big sound already, you can reduce that, or, like, you know, tune it any other way. And that's the great thing about it. Like, it's so...
You can never add body, but you can restrict it
Exactly,
and take it
that's
away.
the thing, you know. I mean, it's on 120%, and, like, you know, you can do whatever you want with